Hey, this is Bill Needham. I'm the team leader of the Home Buyer and Sales team with RE/MAX 4000. We get many inquiries from people asking what is interesting about Grand Junction or the Grand Valley, or why they might move here. Or as one said to me, I'm truly intrigued to see the place and what all the hoopla is. I'm here to talk about the hoopla. I think one easy way to explain it is to go through why we moved here. I've lived in many places over the past years, including 4 different cities in Ohio alone, in northern Kentucky, in Tennessee, and then to California, and finally back to Ohio before moving out here in 2004. It had been my plan to ultimately retire back in my hometown in Ohio. I've been here longer by far than any other place that I have resided, so obviously it has its attractions for me. Number one on my list is the low humidity, and in general, the nice weather we have. I think it's been said that we are one of the top 10 cities in the country as far as sunny days. I well remember after having moved back to Ohio for what I'm sure is the last time, I was sitting outside in July waiting for my condominium to sell and complaining about the humidity. I had been planning to move back to Cincinnati where I still had a number of friends from college, but I said to myself, humidity has got to be just as bad in Cincinnati as it is in Marietta, perhaps worse. And then it popped in my head, Grand Junction, why not? I'd been out the previous fall to visit my sister to celebrate my mother's 80th birthday. It was in late September, early October, but I really did enjoy the weather and touring. I actually spent the better part of 2 weeks traveling to the various national parks in our general area. Just to be sure, I thought I'd better come out again in the summer just to check out the area as far as a living situation. So I did and said this would work perfectly. As chance would have it, my condo sold shortly thereafter and I came out over Thanksgiving to make my selection for a house. I moved out in early January 2004 and am still living in the same place. Another big thing I noticed about Grand Junction is how friendly the people can be. When I came out over that Thanksgiving to check out the neighborhoods and the like, a major decision for me was what health club I was going to join. I checked out all the available facilities, talked to a lot of people at restaurants, and to friends of my sister. All were extremely helpful and friendly. It reminded me of my little hometown of Marietta and Ohio with the friendly nature of the people. Perhaps that partly has to do with Grand Junction not being a big city. I've lived in those and people can be brusque and not so friendly. I can understand being in hurried, crowded, and traffic-congested areas. Once I got here, I did spend a lot of time again doing additional traveling to tourist areas, mainly national parks, which I really enjoy. I can't imagine that you could guess how many places are within driving distance. This includes even to Tucson, which I found to be a big city not feeling like a big city, and to Yellowstone National Park in the other direction. My favorite, however, is only about half that distance, which is Zion National Park. And as far as national parks go, one of the most spectacular is Arches National Park. I have visited many times with guests who have come out for a few days. You can take the drive over going the scenic way along the Colorado River, then spend the day in Arches, and then drive back to Grand Junction, all in a single day. If you have some time, plan to stay over and see much more, such as Canyonlands National Park and or Dead Horse Point State Park, or even camp in Arches. You'll never see it all in one day. What amazing sights. Don't forget our own Colorado National Monument. Its historic 23-mile scenic drive, following the upper rim of a series of canyons, is absolutely breathtaking. I had told myself when I first moved here that I would make this drive at least once a month. However, as time would have it, I don't make it nearly enough anymore, thinking maybe I should do it this week. There are many hiking areas in the Colorado National Monument, besides as well as the Lunch Loop Trails, Crag Crest Trail, Cocopelli Loop Trails, Mount Garfield Trails, Old Spanish Trails, One Riverfront, Serpentine Trail, and many more. So if you like to hike, you'll never be at a loss to find a new trail. Water is another attraction. Grand Junction got its name because it is at the junction of 2 rivers, the Gunnison and the Grand Rivers, which is now the name of the Colorado River. Both rivers offer floating, kayaking, rafting in some areas, and today, stand-up paddleboarding, or SUP as it's known. We do have Highland Lake State Park, where many go for boating and skiing besides camping, and many visit Lake Powell several times during the season. Houseboats can be a big attraction there. Two new endeavors I became interested in after the move out here were mountain biking and skiing. Mountain biking is huge in our area. We have places galore to go which provide from beginner to really advanced trails. I'm still not too far beyond the beginner stage and think I'll stay there. Fruita has become a biking mecca, and the recently opened Palisade Plunge, I just can imagine, can't be beat for those wanting a real adventure. If done in its entirety, it is 32 miles long and descends 6,000 feet. I've ridden along with several of those with their cameras, but I'll never try it. It's just too challenging and dangerous for someone at my skill level. Plenty of skiing options not that far, but I prefer to stay close to home and visit the Powderhorn Mountain Resort, which is less than an hour's drive. They have been expanding in recent years, adding more snowmaking equipment and a new high-speed Take 4 quad chairlift for the east end. There are plans to redo the west end in coming years. I've been up there meeting people from all over, and several times I've been told this year we have the best snow conditions in the state. And you won't find the big crowds and long lines that one will usually find at the big name resorts. The last couple of years they have opened the slopes, opened the main lift, and developed trails for mountain biking. If you enjoy the outdoors, this is the place to be. There are plenty of other things more entertainment related, which will be included in future videos, so be sure to subscribe.
Hi, I'm Anna Cruz with the Home Buyer Sales Team at RE/MAX 4000. And if you're interested in receiving a map of some great hiking trails around us, make sure you click on the link below in the description and we will get that right over to you. Thanks, bye.